lift kit or rear diff lowering kit actually. I don't know the correct tightening doors. Original bolt zinc coating. And new rubbers for this. It's worked with the vacuum. Now I need to cut it out. I'm from Finland. Take it out. Hi, I am Sami and I want to be overlander. First I revealed my ego. So we put this bracket here, spare wheel carrier bracket to the acid. So let's see what it looks like. It starts to get off the rust, but not the complete yet. So as you see, it was so rusty. So it's not clean yet, even it was 2 days, full days in the acid. I put it back there and check it again maybe tomorrow. So now this is 3 days already here in the acid, and here is still rust. Hello from Wannabe Overlander YouTube channel. In this episode we are going to soldering some cables. I have here soldering and thin wire and this trunk cables. This should put inside the trunk and this cable is going to A, B, C, D pillar, inside the D pillar. Here we have just welded those spare wheel carrier brackets. I need to replace here some wires because old wires are here, they are so brittle, and as I told before, I'm happy I don't have any electronics in the front doors because those cables need to turn every time you open the door. So only place we have brittle wires are in the trunk lid because the cables need to turn there. So let's start to soldering cables. I'm not going to show this real-time video. I'm just make some time lapse because this takes so much time. So and there is not much anything to see. So let's start to soldering. Someone asking how to put the cables in the trunk lid or in the D pillar or somewhere. There is also some kind of wire used to find the route for the cables, but I'm going to use this steel wire. Perhaps this one is not a very good solution for that, but I need to try this. I don't have that kind of wire. I'm going to make some kind of loop here in the end, so it's not going to stuck in the corners. I hope this one could help a little bit. And then I need to put it from this route where the cable should go in and routing it all the way to down. I'm not very sure 100% which way is the correct way for the cables. I think it's this big hole here. I need to routing it through the D pillar to down here where is the tail light. And I need to put it from the up to down because another way it's not easy. I have these sockets here. So let's try to see where this can going to lead. Yeah, it's already here. So because you need to be able to twist it sometimes, like now. It's going to stop somewhere. Yeah, it goes out from here. This is not my goal, so I need to pull it back a little bit and put it behind the edge. Try to find the route. It's going to bend inside the channel, so I take it off a little bit and try to straightening it. Yeah. We are quite close. Yeah, it's already. I think this is the correct route for the cable. So then you just make sure you don't lose the cable when you're installing and drilling anything holes for the any interior. You don't drill those cables. Now the important thing is you put them together. Now you should be able to pull this cable all the way up. So now we have new cables here, and we should soldering these cables together here. Then I can pull them in the trunk lid. Okay, now we have new cables inside here, flexible cables, and the next thing we need to pull these cables through the trunk lid channel, and here I have lots of sockets. So, but you use same method. We put this wire inside the channel. Now we get through. So I'm going to tape them here like this, but this is just the beginning. All these wires come off here, but can I pull them in? If they are not in the right channel, there's not really place. Yeah, now it's start to go. You can leave them another way also, like this. Put this last one in here. Okay, now we have cable here, and we have to rolling the old torsion of the cables off and then put this rubber back into place, and then routing all these plugs. Yeah, now I use the hot phosphoric acid, about 80 degrees. So this is almost 100% now. I see a little bit there in a corner, but I need to welding this anyway and repair this, and then I need to clean it again a little bit. So now this is okay. I have a new pair of this kind of LED number plate lamps, and I tested the lights and they're working, but there is one thing, they are very bright white lights. Myself, I prefer the original bulbs, and because these are a little bit yellowish color, I don't know, but I don't like the new style LED lights. They are so bright, and why I need to promote my license plate so much everywhere. It's better to driving a little bit the stealth mode with the dual license plate light. But of course, if this is dirty and dusty, I think it's not show the license plate also. I put this one, perhaps they working better. I'm talking about the connection. I have this 𝐓𝐇𝐈𝐒 high density Vaseline professional. This is for the electric connection, so these are not rusty, but put here a little bit this for protection for the corrosion. And which way this one goes in? This way. After this, I put the cavity wax inside the trunk lid, and the cavity wax working a little bit as a Loctite for the screws. It eliminates the screws losing, because when the cavity wax is drying, it's a little bit sticky. So the lights are on and they should be fine there. Then I can put the Volkswagen emblem back here, but I'm not going to buy new one over 50 euros because the original is just fine. But I need those plastic inserts. I broke them when I took it off. Okay, I have this Rear Differential carrier cross members, and I'm going to put here this Dinitrol ML rust prevent treatment, because it's more liquid than the wax paste, so I can get it between those double sheet metal layers. So I put this first, and then I can put a little bit cavity wax also But let's start with this and have a look how I can manage to put it in here. It's quite messy job. So this should go between those two sheet metal layers. You can see where it comes off. Then I'm going to turn this another way. Yes, you can see where it comes off. Now let it pour, and then we put the cavity wax to the upper side. Shoot. Now there is definitely rust protection. Let's go put cavity wax to the tailgate and the sliding door. And you remember, if it's not come off from the holes, you don't have it enough. So that's why I install everything first. Now the cavity wax can seal the screws, screw heads and screw holes. Leave it set a little bit and then we can wiping off the excessive. So let's try to put emblems on. I have here picture before painting, and I'm checking about the place for Caravelle Synchro emblems, and here have this stone chip protection. So this is not a smooth surface, so I need to use some glue here anyway. Two-side Scotch tape here, but I'm going to fill a little bit those holes with the glue. And one thing I need to say, no one professional put this back normally, because it's take lots of time, cheaper to buy new one. I need to pay myself if I buy, so I try to use this old one, and I'm not want to have so shiny parts. I'm already a little bit sanding this one, so it's looking a little bit dull more. So frustrating to take off these covers. Then we put a little bit glue here, so like this. I'm already a little bit overdue. If it comes from the opposite, it's not easy to clean. It's better use the black glue. And once you put it there, you can't really move it anymore. Caravelle, and it's right side, not the upside down. I'm happy with the results. And this one coming this side, this way. Yeah, I think it's fine. Okay, I'm not going to show you I'm clean of those. I just pull out the brake master cylinder because you see there is some kind of leak. I don't know how long times it's already leaking, but the pedal went all the way down if you push the brake hard. I don't want to lose color anywhere from the car, so it was just only here in the master cylinder and the brake servo. I have a new brake master cylinder, and it's 22 millimeter. And you see here in this one, there's not any markings. I couldn't know outside which one this is because there is several options. I'm just ordered randomly that 22 millimeter because it was looking outside exactly same with this. And I'm open this, and this show 22 millimeter. I think I get the correct one, and the brake servo also fits with this one, so it's looking similar. So I think I got the right parts. I can put this back together. I'm just I don't repair this. This one is usable also. There is a screw inside. You could change gasket seals from here, and then you can use this one. But you see this was very dirty inside also. So I get little bit new parts, and good news, I have all 4 wheel hubs, and these are original Volkswagen Audi wheel hubs, which is nice. I lost a little bit money for these, but in my Cadillac 59 I had problems with very small vibrating wheel vibration. Now it's better than anything, and there is so many 80 we got a little bit vibrating ways where the vibration could come. So there is a problem just centering the drum brakes, and drum brakes are very huge and very heavy. With the original wheels have also some not 100% straight. I don't need any issues with vibrations. If you would like to travel around the world with this car and driving several 100,000 kilometers or something, no need vibration. I found some nuts for these bolts which mounting rear diff carrier The original nuts are like this. They are 10th grade, but I'm not sure they should be self-locking or not, but Volkswagen parts book say they are just collar nuts. I think the collar means this flange which is here, so that not sign self-locking nuts. If there is a self-locking nut, they say it's self-locking nuts. I found a quite similar bigger flange, but never mind. These are 10th grade, and these bolts I found from Volkswagen OEM shop from Slovakia. I'm going to use some thread locking here. Another bolts. I painted already old bolts, bolt heads, because they were so rusty. There is a little bit zinc under the flange, but I found also new bolts. And then I washed this rear diff lock actuator valve, vacuum actuator, and paint this bracket. This should be zinc coated, but never mind, it's painted now. It's gonna last enough. And but the wheel hubs I don't start yet. I want to do something else. I show you something. I have this �ㄒ meter. I can check how many micromillimeters or millimeters have the coating. Bracket I'm painting with the spray, a little bit thin layer, because the spray color I could not get the very thick layer. Another side have 30 micrometers, a little bit more. Yeah, 50 micrometers. And this one we can check the bolt, original bolt, zinc coating. It's 25 microns. Yeah, 20, a little bit over 20 microns. And this bolt head I painted 40 to 50, almost 50. But this bolt I get some readings, so there possible have some minor coating. I'm not sure because there's not the big surface to measuring, but there possible have some kind of coating, because the readings not go near of the zero. What about this bolt? Not of also 30. 20. The zinc coatings only 20 microns. But this bolt not definitely have some kind of coating. It's black, but it's looking different. It's not black like without coating. If I show you bare sheet metal dirt on the surface, you can't get zero, but it's go near the zero. And if I'm measuring this bolt, I get the bigger readings anyway. So there should have some kind of coating. So if I scratch here, I can see the bare metal appears. So there is coating. The bolt store didn't know that. Okay, let's put back together this rear diff, and my bolts are a little bit rusty, but the threads are fine. They are zinc coating. That's not a problem. I don't know the correct tightening those bolts, so I'm going to use a little bit thread lock and put them 75 Newton meter. Should be fine. So I have a 75 Newton meter here, and I think it should be fine. Yeah, M10 and 10 grade bolts. I think the 75 Newton meter is just fine. This is the first time I use this moment wrench. Torgue French. Finnish name is moment wrench. Momentti avain, but I think it's Torgue French. I have a bigger one, but okay. Then I need to go find tool for this. Yeah, it's 8mm Allen key. These bolts I have new because I had to welded one to take off because it was so rusty and the head of the bolt was gone. Just a 60 Newton meter. Yeah. Definitely they not go anywhere. They are not vibrating open, and there is a new bolts here, and this one old bolts, but Okay. And I have here this lifting kit and of course washers. My washers was so rusty. I brushed them with the bench grinder and spray them. There is some kind of plastic kind of color now. And I have new bolts, etc. and new rubbers for this. So let's put parts together. This bracket should come in here. I'm going to use these new black bolts and put some Loctite. There is a two-way how this works. Lock the bolt, it's not turning off alone, but also seal the treat so it might not get rust so much. These also have 10.9 grade bolts, so they are not soft bolts. Yeah, it's able to go in. I need to check which way the bolt heads should be, but I just put the bolts on the hole now. The first one is here, first beam. I need to check those bolts which way the heads goes. This kind of bracket, I don't know which way. It should go this way. Put them 75 Newton meter. And then this beam, and it should be in this way. Yeah. And these bolts I'm going to push to 160 Newton meter. These are self-locking nuts, so these are not going to open. I'm tightening them same moment as the front axle. Same bushings and same bolts, same style. This is quite tight. Yeah. So I have this lift kit or rear diff lowering kit actually. And this one lower piece goes to the front and the higher piece to the rear. And the new bushings and the washers painted. And there, one place there is a special washer because the bracket is one-sided. And so let's try to install the diff. I restored nice clean actuator on the place. Tiny pin. And I don't know how I need to install this circlip. It's so tiny. And then there is this rubber. Yeah, this is how the actuator dust seal rubber needs to be in there, and this is how it works. It's worked with the vacuum. So my wife always open, don't have power to help me. So here is this special washer because this bracket is one-sided, and here is that the lower spacer. And now I need to manage to put that in the hole. Yeah, like that. If I can put it in the treats. Yeah, I think it's in there. It's on now. Then I can tightening these bolts. I need to find the torque. So I think I could finish this video here to installing the rear differential. As you see, it went to the place already. But I couldn't find the torque specifics for these bolts, and I'm over tied them, or perhaps this nut insert was rusty already. So I listen several guys, you need to open this just for the repair the treats. So I need to do it for the one bolt, and I hope I install it into the car when I repair it. The another insert's not going off. So I make already very good rust protection for this, and now I need to cut it out.
Thank you for watching and see you in next episode.
But anyway, next episode, I hope the rear diff goes to the car the final time. So I'm going to end this video here, and next video we continue the rear diff installation. So thanks you for watching and see you next week.